Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing good, everyone's chilling, enjoying their day nice and lovely. You know how it is, you know what I be talking about, what I be yapping about. Today, alright, today, we are going to take on a Tainted Judas because we did a daily run with him earlier, and I thought, or not earlier, yesterday, and I thought he was cool. And so, you know what's funny? I said I wasn't gonna say anything to like date the sort of recording, but no, that's fine. It is what it is. And I ended up saying something the day after, which I think is very funny. Anyways, all that aside, yes, it was a cool daily run. Kind of annoying, but that's just kind of what this character's whole gimmick and deal is. So, oh well, it is what it is. All that aside, though, you know, I'm glad to be able to... Hold on. There we are. I'm glad to be able to just play a character, have fun. My apologies. I know I should never be taking them pills, man, but they call to me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Them pills be calling to me sometimes. Anyways, yeah, you know, we had a solid run yesterday, so I decided why not? Let's play some more. Let's play some more of this guy. I think he's really cool. I think he's really fun. Whatever, it is what it is. Anyways, hope y'all are doing well. I'm fine. Kind of just existing without want, you know, the way humans should be or something like that. I don't know. I'm no philosopher or whatever. You know, I kind of really just said that because I was watching a Chris and Jack sketch, and it was the genie one, and it was like, what if I wanted to exist without want? Or what if I wish to exist without want? And he's like, you become that chair. You know, sounds cool, sounds epic. Sounds epic Pog gamer moment, you know what I mean? I don't know why I said that like that. It is what it is. But all that aside, you know, I'm kind of just out relaxing. I did get some unfortunate news. Don't worry, nothing crazy. More so, this is like kind of gamer sense unfortunate news, and that was, have y'all heard the unfortunate circumstance of apparently Game Pass has increased their prices from $20 a month to now $30 a month. And I'll be real with you, as someone who doesn't pay for Game Pass Ultimate, I don't pay for Game Pass Ultimate because I don't use it. Hearing a game subscription service go from $20 to $30 a month, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I heard that, my jaw damn near dropped, bro. That is so much money. I'm not tripping, right? Let's do some quick math. Honestly, it doesn't even take a lot to do some quick math. That's gonna be, what is that? $30 a month for, imagine, a full year. That's $360, okay? And if we want to do some quick math on there, there's 365 days in a year. That is nearly $1 every single day. You are paying $1 every single day that you own Game Pass just to have access to a library of video games. You might be thinking, Tony, that don't sound too bad. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be real with you. Kinda sounds a little sucky to me. No, I refuse. I refuse. Let's go on. Continue forward. Swap, swap, swap. Honestly, funny enough, last time I did a beast run, my friend, he didn't get upset with me, but he did mention, like, how come I didn't do this one trick that he does sometimes. So I'm gonna go ahead, in honor of my friend today, we're going to be doing that Isaac trick. If you're unaware, the idea behind it is planetariums usually carry some exclusive and pretty solid items. So, in order to guarantee a planetarium, what you would normally do is just simply pass an item room. Passing an item room gives you an increased chance of getting a planetarium. I think 20% increased chance. And because of the fact that if you're doing a beast run, you will go on the ascent, which takes you back up. And if on your way back up you haven't picked up an item room, the item will still spawn, it will still exist on its way there. Essentially, his plan is, if you, it takes 6 floors, all right? You go through basement 1, basement 2, caves 1, caves 2, and then depths 1, depths 2. If at each time you skip, you get a new increase, then 100% if you skip every item room, you are guaranteed to get a planetarium on depths 2, which means starting depths 2, you can do the ascent, go to Gehenna, and come back and pick up each item room that you missed. So, in theory, you're never really missing out on an item, you're just coming back to get it later, which is true. You know, that is, I say in theory, but that's just actually how it works. You are simply just delaying your item. It's not that you aren't ever picking it up, because you will come back. As long as you live, you will come back next round and get it. Oh, why did it turn you into the worst one? And so what my friend's plan usually is, hey, what we should do is skip every item room so you can get the guaranteed one on depths 2, or if you get lucky and get it earlier, then even better, you can start going to item rooms again. Me, however, I don't do that, because I think item rooms are very crucial and an integral part to making some of these runs work. You know what, I know I said, I was too busy yapping, so I kind of forgot, but I know I said that thing about how I was gonna, in honor of him, you know, in remembrance of him, he's not dead or anything, it's just, you know, that's just what I'm saying. I was gonna skip an item room. I was too busy yapping about how I think it's so dumb that I didn't skip it. So I want to apologize to him for that. Genuinely, alright? That makes me a bad friend. That makes me a bad friend. I want to apologize. I said I was gonna do something for him, and I messed up. I messed up. I didn't do it. That's on me. I need to keep in the back of my brain, skip the item room. I need to keep that up. Right? I could hardly believe it when I heard the news today. I'm sorry. I've been absolutely mentally cooked by some videos on TikTok recently. This one I've been seeing a lot lately is like this SpongeBob death, where he floats up in air, and then another one with Patrick where they both float up in air, and it just leads to them either exploding or Patrick walks into the sun, explodes, and dies. And so it plays that with like this sad music. It's like, I can hardly believe it when I heard the news today. Which, you know, like, they died. SpongeBob and Patrice died. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very stupid, very fucking dumb, but I keep laughing my ass off at it. And the song is what gets me, bro. Every time I hear that stupid ass like, I could hardly believe it. That stupid song gets me every time. It's so funny, man. It's so dumb, it's so funny, but I love it. It is what it is, though. You know, whatever. How you guys doing? You guys doing good? I hope you guys are doing way better than me. Might be thinking, Tony, what's wrong? Nothing really. The cool Monster Hunter Wilds collab came out a few days ago for Final Fantasy XIV and Monster Hunter Wilds. So we've been trying to fight the Omega Omega Planetes, I think his name is. However, we have gone to the unfortunate circumstance of it's a hard fight, and I don't know, I'm washed or something. Because oh my god, I don't know. We can't do it. I don't know what happened. We just can't do it, bro. And it sucks because I think we can. You know what I mean? It's that kind of deal where it's like we just keep dying, and so it's hard. But deep down, all right, deep down, I have this feeling of I know we are capable. I know we are more than capable of being able to get this win. I just don't know what's holding us back. I had to go invincible mode to dodge the damage that was kind of goated to me though. And it's just like, it's bad. Honestly, I think what it is we just don't have a good set. We just immediately hopped on Monster Hunter, hopped into the collab. I think most of us are still out here rocking some, like, not bottom of the barrel items or whatever, but we don't have meta sets or anything like that. You know what I mean, man? Like, we're kind of just, dare I say, we're kind of like low-key freeballing it to some degree. And I think that's where the issue stems from. The issue stems from the fact that we are trying to attempt this when we are obviously not ready. And that's what's getting us killed. Now, I think a part of me thinks I know we can, all right? I know we are good enough at this game. We can do it. However, it's just sometimes we get hit with an attack, boom, instant death. You know what I mean? It's like impossible to live some of this. So we have decided, all right, let's take a step back. Let's try our best to, what's the word I'm thinking of? Let's take a step back and let's try our best to, what's the word? There's a certain term. You know what? Let's stack up. We have to update our builds because obviously these builds are out of date. You know what I mean? Like, we're over here rocking early post game, and we need like late post game, full end game. You know what I mean? We're rocking post game sets. We need end game sets. That's what the dealio is. And so we have taken it upon ourselves to start trying to get that stacked up. Now, that's not the bad part. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that's necessarily the bad, quote unquote, bad part. I think we're doing solid. The issue, in my opinion, the main big issue here is just the time commitment to having to essentially regrind whole new sets is annoying. No, you know, Tony, play the game. I know. The game is cool. Believe me. I'm having a good time playing it with my friends again. It's fun. Complaining about how the game sucks and then playing it again and realizing this isn't too bad. You know what I mean? It still doesn't have sufficient content, in my opinion, nowhere near. And it still needs optimizations that every time it's mentioned is like, don't worry guys, we're working on it. When will it come out? We're working on it. Okay, but when's it coming out though? We're working on it, guys. Don't worry. Oh, sorry, can you hear that? Oh, sorry, you're cutting out, you know? It's like, they just ignore any form of acknowledgement regarding what feels like something very important to the game, and that is, you know, having the game run for everyone that wants to play it. It sucks that there's so many games out there now that just seem to have all optimization issues, and it just kind of fucking blows, bro. You know what I mean? It just kind of blows because it's like, don't nobody want to fucking deal with that, man. That shit sucks. I get you, you know? I stand with y'all, bro. I understand. I get y'all. Shit sucks. And so you know, it's kind of just annoying, whatever. But it's not game ruining for us. For me and my friends, it's not game ruining. We're having a good time. I just still think there's not enough content. I think I kind of found out the genuine issue, I guess, would be what it is, and that is, in a weird way, I think they're suffering from putting too much into event quests and trying to make them stand out and like be their own thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Having Omega be its own thing is really cool. The collabs are all really cool. The Street Fighter collab was cool. The Monster Hunter, what the hell? The Final Fantasy collab, that's really cool. But the one issue that I think it's kind of struggling with is, what's the word I'm thinking of? It feels like everything is taking too long to kind of come out. You know what I mean, man? I kind of just want some classic event quests where we don't have to fight a special monster, or we don't have to go through like 8 different cutscenes for this one thing, you know? There was a Devil May Cry event quest in Monster Hunter World that its sole purpose wasn't this, but as far as I can remember, there was no like quest line you had to do. It was literally, you go to this tab, there is a quest, and if you do this quest, it's a special quest that just involves every red monster. Like literally, that's the whole gimmick, is that every red monster in the game is in that quest. You just fight every red monster, starting with like the basics, upping in scale from, you know, Rathalos to Otogodon to Teostra, you know, an Elder Dragon, finally, off rip. And it's cool. It's cool, in my opinion. I think it's a cool quest. It's very fun. It's a lot of, you guys gonna find this. Oh, my battery's low. Oh no, the vibrations have stopped. It's on some no nonsense Mr. Raffle Waffles type shit, because it's true. There's no quest line, nothing. You just, hey, there's this quest. If you do this quest, you get a ticket. If you get enough of these tickets, you can build Dante from Devil May Cry's armor set. You know what I mean? I think that's cool. Now, obviously, the quest lines and stuff are cool. I think they're pretty wicked. They're pretty sick. They make them feel like they're part of the world. You know what I mean? They make all these event quests and stuff feel like it's a part of the world, and it's something that's honestly, I gotta say, really, what's the word I'm thinking of? Sick. It's really sick. However, I think there's another issue in, because we keep trying to integrate every single thing into the game and whatnot, we end up just kind of missing out on a good old classic event quest where you just hunt a monster, get some ticket, go make this collab item, and then bada boom. You know what I mean? I think that's the classic go-to way, in my opinion. Whatever, I don't know. I could be old, I could just be ancient, whatever. I'm an old head Monster Hunter player, I guess. You know what I mean? I just gotta live with that. I have to live with knowing that I'm a Monster Hunter player. Saibao, you know what I mean? Wilted Rose emoji. Whatever, it is what it is. But there's another thing. But give me just one moment. I'm not gonna lie, alright? I've been having a good time on Monster Hunter. That's not what ails me. That's not what's got me so unfortunate ties. You know what I mean? Where I'm just like, man, this... Not this, but like, it's just like having a bad week, bad few weeks. Might be thinking, Tony, what's up? What happened? Let me tell you what happened, all right? A football player by the name of Geno Smith has happened. Multiple weeks in a row. For the uninitiated, I think few episodes back, a while back actually, I think at this point, I had mentioned I'm going to be doing fantasy football. It's cool. I like fantasy football. It's fun. It was a $50 buy-in, and you know, I wasn't expecting to come out flourishing. I wasn't expecting to come out winning like a champ. I was just expecting some nice fun. Unfortunately, I didn't get that. Not these past few weeks. And hold on. I'll tell y'all in a sec. All right, so some might be thinking, Tony, what's up? You know, what's the dealio with taking a little break here or there? It's because I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe when we had initially first done the draft, all right, when we had first done the draft for the fantasy football, it was at that point, I think, my second ever time playing fantasy football, you know? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really know much. I'm not too super duper familiar with all the ins and outs. I watch football to support my team, and I'll watch other games as well on occasion if they interest me enough. But usually I kind of mainly watch football for my team, you know what I mean? My goats. Then I started trying fantasy football. And that's when I understood the, shoes on the other foot kind of deal, you know what I mean? Where I now understood people who watched more than just their own team because they got skin in the game when it comes to like the fantasy football league, you know what I mean? You got to make sure all your guys are doing good. So during my first time playing, I think I settled somewhere in like 4th place. Nothing too crazy, you know, but higher than I initially thought. For my first time ever doing fantasy football, I got way deeper than I had ever thought I would. You know what I mean? Like I don't really I'm not knowledgeable like that. So to be able to have gotten, I'd say a decent place. You know what I mean? Like 4th overall point scored. I kind of forget exactly the whole deal just because it was like 2 years ago at this point. To get 4th overall in points scored, I was like, man, I'm kind of goated, low key, you know? This is pretty fun. I took a year off because I didn't really just have anyone to try fantasy football with that year. No, it is what it is, whatever. Then, all right. Then all of a sudden, not update rolls around, but like, oh, I'm such a moron. I could have been taking these, man. Speed down. That's awful. Health down. Killing myself. Yes. I hate this game. Stupid fucking game. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The Washed Anthem? What y'all know about that? What do y'all know about the official Washed Anthem? For the uninitiated, it is the song. Oh my god, I forgot the name. Outstanding. I think the song is called Outstanding by the Gap Band. And for some reason, it is, you know what? That's the Geno Smith anthem, bro. That's what I'm hearing. Actually, that's all I'm hearing. So, to get back on the topic, all right, you know, this year, I go to a wedding, some family members are there, and they're shooting the shit talking about, oh, doing a fantasy football league. Me personally, I'm like, hey, I'd 100% be down to, you know, join the league. I think they were missing one more, so they asked me, Tony, you know. My brother knew that I did fantasy one year, so he's like, hey, Tony, how come, why don't you join us in our fantasy league? I'm like, fuck yeah, you know. Sounds good, sounds fun. Fantasy league with family members, you know, good old time to just shoot the shit, talk about whatnot, you know, is what it is. So, I join, and draft happens. I'm gonna be real with you, man. All right, I'm not really like too. What's the word I'm thinking of? I'm not too knowledgeable about like different players and whatnot and their stats and all that. So I'm kind of just, for the most part, I'm letting the I'm letting the thing, you know what I mean? What is it? I'm letting, like, not the auto pick, but the sort of the algorithm that's like, these are like statistically, these are probably going to be the top shooters, you know what I mean? I'm just kind of going off of that for my initial draft, and I pick up what? I pick up Geno Smith, Nico Collins, you know, a whole bunch of different people. Jaden Daniels, because I knew him, and I knew he'd be solid. So, you know, time passes. Around approximately 3 weeks in, all right, like 3 weeks now. No, not even. I think 4 weeks, because I'm pretty sure my record is officially like 1-3. 4 weeks have now passed, and I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Picking up Geno Smith because he was one of the only QBs that I kind of had as my option at the time, and he was projected during the initial roster draft. He was like, you know, like, oh, he's a solid pick, you know. If you pick Geno Smith, you kind of got some, you know, he's got some potential plays for you. You got some potential scores. I'm gonna be so real with you. I know, I understand it's all just predictions, you know what I mean? That's literally all fantasy football and those kind of points things mean. It's just predictions. We're predicting this player with their roster and all these circumstances. We predict they will be doing solid. Did that happen? No. I think only 1 week ever that I have had the unfortunate piece of garbage that is Geno Smith on my fantasy football roster, bro. Has he scored anything above double-digit points? I'm not even fucking playing with you, bro. I think only once has he gone above double-digit points. Let's check, shall we? You know what I mean? It's just something about it. Like, look, I'm a Niners fan, okay? I'm a fan of the 49ers. I love them. Die-hard fan for them. Now, I will say, with the territory, at least at the time, for as long as I've been a fan of the 49ers, kind of came the whole deal of you also didn't like the Raiders. You know, if you were a Niners fan, you were a hater of the Raiders. Now, me personally, I kind of grew up with that mentality. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't like the Raiders. I don't fuck with the Raiders. You know, it is what it is. Oh, not true. His third week. All right, his third week. His third week, he put up some solid points. But last week in week 2, oh my God, he was doing hot buns, dude. It's so fucking... so ass. Whatever. I kind of grew up just being like, oh yeah, you know, I don't like the Raiders. I don't like that team. Why? I didn't really know too much at the time. I'm being so real with you, all right? More so, I kind of just didn't like them because, like, you were kind of told not to like the Raiders. You know what I mean? If you were a Niners fan, you were go Niners, fuck the Raiders kind of deal. Now, as time has gone on, I have sort of I don't hold that grudge or hate against the Raiders. You know what I mean? In my mind, I'm like, they're just a team. I'm not super duper diehard in terms of hating another team. But oh my God, I can understand. No, not even I can understand. I don't understand how we still got, you know, this might be some slanderous ass shit. I don't understand how there's still like Raider fans out there that believe in the team, bro. Because I feel like at every turn, they have done nothing but fuck me. You know what I mean, dude? At every turn, they have done nothing but ruin me. The only good player... No, I can't even say that. They just kind of did... They just did solid last week. Who was it against? Chicago? They just did solid in terms of points. But I had Gene T on my team. I also have Gene T on my team, you know? Another Raider. But in my mind, I was thinking, oh, I'll be fine. Who cares if it's another Raider? Know what I mean? No biggie. Who the hell really cares? I don't care. I don't need them to win, or I don't need to root for them. I just need their players to do good. I just need their players to perform. Just also turns out simply can't do that either. And not only that, I just feel like every pick I've had has been horrible. All right, Jaden Daniels, picked him, he was out. He was out for, you know, what, like 2 weeks or something like that. Picked up Purdy. He played first week, and then I think, if I remember correctly, out like the next 2 week quest due to toe injury. And then I had to pick up Mac Jones just because, like, at that point, Mac Jones on the roster of like available players, you know, players left. He was kind of just like, yeah, he kind of really just only got Mac Jones. There was another guy, I think it was for the Giants, that I was gonna pick up. I forget, but my cousin had already come in and swooped him before I could. So I kind of just had to default Mac Jones, you know what I mean? Now, I will say, all right, I will say, I am not the #1 statistician. I don't know all the stats. I don't know all the this, all the that. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I've said this before, and I will say it again. I like football. I think it's cool. I think it's great. However, I don't be following it like that. You know, I don't follow it in that sense that other people do. And so if any call I make, this is just pure emotion, no stats to back this up, all right? I got no stats to back this up. It's just pure emotion I'm rocking off of. And that is, my fucking team, it sucks, dude. My team is garbage. My team is washed, dare I say. Start playing the song. Start playing fucking Outstanding, bro. Go ahead, cue the goddamn song. I don't even care, because it's real. My team, my fantasy league, bro, my team is washed. Pure, unadulterated, mid-bad garbage. Bro, it saddens me. I tried a dark arts there. What the hell was that? I tried the dark arts there. What the hell happened? Why didn't it do anything? I think I have an idea, but I'm not gonna like the answer. I just made a stupid play. I just made a dumbass play. You light my fire. Something like that, right?
Spent it. It's gone. Just get
It's a good song. I'm not gonna lie, all right? The fact that people have deemed it like the washed anthem, I think is very funny, but it's also like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a very good song. And I've seen comments like mentioning it too. It's like, imagine making like a song that's like really good, genuinely. It's a really good song. And motherfuckers on TikTok are out here using it as like the washed anthem for players that, you know, players of their favorite team or whatever that just low-key don't even got it like that no more. You know what I mean? They don't have the sauce. It's unfortunate, bro. And you know what's even funnier is that I feel like I never see it for anything other than only NBA. Like, and honestly, I think that's what makes it so much fucking funnier in my eyes. Is that I literally, I'm not even joking, I only ever see people use it for NBA players. I'm talking like Celtics Shaq, Wizards Michael Jordan, you know what I mean, bro? It's just, dude, I just got the heart back and you just fucking took it from me. What was I supposed to do, huh? It's so funny. I can't lie. All right. I find that shit to be mad funny to me, bro. NBA, Twitter, whatever, bro. All those people that like posting on NBA Twitter and whatnot, they gotta be some of the greatest comedians we got out now. I'm not even fucking joking, man. Now, unfortunately, there was something regarding the NBA circle jerk. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, about how I am very much a fan of like those circle jerk subreddits, because I usually think they are so fucking funny. But something happened regarding the NBA circle jerk subreddit a few years back. Not even, I think like 2 years, no, it was earlier this year, I think. Damn, time sure passes, bro, but it also doesn't, you know what I mean? I'm over here acting like it's been years, but it's only been a few months. Just take that's take that for a real damage up. Am I right, fellas? Show me the true man's world, dare I say. JoJo Bizarre Adventure reference. Click on me sometime. It kind of has like the same cadence. Hold up. It low-key, wait a minute. Have I just discovered something? Interesting. But whatever. Whatever. Honestly, I don't really have a use for that. Let's just take it. Did I go to the item room? Am I stupid? No, I actually have to find the item room for these areas. I think I missed the item room in the last floor. I think I'm a moron, right? Oh my god, is he actually brain dead? Oh! Serpent's Kiss, not bad, not bad. Oh no. Anyways, all this to say, I'm washed. All right, not my Isaac Jones, you know. I've been winning some runs, I've been losing some runs. Is what it is. More so, I am super duper washed when it comes to, like, I'm pretty sure this fantasy season, I'm done for, bro. All right, I'm fucking cooked. Right now, I'm looking at the probability that I win. Right now, it's a 46% probability that I win. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, want to thank y'all for watching. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or a good night, depending on the time of viewing this. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.